Here's a controversial truth about software. You can have brilliant developers, clean code, great architecture, and still end up with a product nobody wants, nobody understands, or nobody can reliably use. So how does that happen? We often assume that if we hire good developers, good software will automatically follow. But software engineering is bigger than writing code. Good software has to solve the right problem, behave correctly, survive real-world usage, and actually work for the people using it. And that is where things usually go wrong. Imagine a company asks developers to build an app that allows customers to book appointments. The developers do everything right. The code is clean, the application is fast, the database is properly designed, the system is tested. Everything looks great. But customers keep abandoning the app. Why? Because the booking process requires 12 steps when customers only need 3. The developers built the system correctly. They just solved the wrong problem. This is why understanding the product and the user is just as important as understanding the code. Here's another problem. Software doesn't exist in isolation. It interacts with networks, databases, operating systems, browsers, APIs, third-party services, and actual human beings. A developer might test an application with 10 users and everything works perfectly. Then the application launches and suddenly 10,000 people are using it. The database becomes overloaded, becomes slow, some users start getting error, and suddenly the software that looked perfect in development is struggling in production. That doesn't necessarily mean the developers were bad. It means they didn't account for the environment the software would actually operate in. And this is why software development cannot be a one-person show. Developers need testers. Testers don't just look for bugs. They ask questions developers may not think about. What happens if the user enters something unexpected? What happens when the internet disconnects halfway through a transaction? What happens when 2 users try to do the same thing at the same time? And then you have product managers, designers, security engineers, DevOps engineers, and users themselves. Good software is usually the result of good collaboration, not just good coding. So the goal shouldn't be, how do we get the best developers? The better question is, how do we build the right product correctly, reliably, and for the people who actually need it? Because great developers can write great code, but great software requires much more than code. So the next time you hear, we have a great engineering team, so the product will be fine. Remember this, good developers build software. Good teams build software that works. Great teams build software that matters. What do you think causes software to fail more often? Bad code, poor requirements, or poor communication? Tell me in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video.